Good evening, everybody. My name is Paige Haynes, and welcome to our 10 Ways to Add Bioresonance to Your Natural Therapy Business presentation. Thank you for being here. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for taking the time to do that as well. Okay, so we are going to head straight in. My name is Paige. I am a kinesiologist and a qualified neurolinguistic kinesiologist teacher. I'm a holistic health coach, an NLP master practitioner, reconnective healer, and compassion key facilitator. And you name it, I've probably looked at it. I am definitely a health seeker, and I love it. But my passion really is empowering other people to take control of their own health and well-being. And so when I came across this tool, it was something that ticked all the boxes for my ethos and my philosophy with health and healing. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Introducing the AO Scan mobile. So what we'll be speaking about tonight in terms of bioresonance is called the AO Scan, and it's a biofeedback device. It's an educational tool to check your body at any time of the day. It restores balance in the body, mind, and soul, and is an affordable handheld device that can scan, optimize, and harmonize your entire body multiple times per day. So if we dive into a little bit of background, the original AO scan device was a $38,000 machine. So I guess that's, quite a bit over 50,000, probably 60,000 Australian at the moment. And this was used in holistic health clinics all over the world. Technology used in the machine is from Russian and German scientists who discovered in 1980 that 120,000 frequencies in the human body represented an optimal state of health. I would actually say that it went back a bit earlier than that, but these particular scientists discovered this then, okay? Because if we look back in history, Royal Rife as well has the Rife machine, and he had identified quite a few frequencies as well. In the beginning, the AO was primarily used to help astronauts in space. A little known fact, but in the last 20 years, it's been released to the public, and it's now in this handheld device. Scalar wave technology. So the AO scan uses scalar wave technology, which is a completely safe form of wavelength energy that does not have any electrical or magnetic components to it. Scalar waves were studied extensively by Nikola Tesla, who I'm sure we're all familiar with, and are a lossless energy, meaning they do not change, deteriorate, or alter when sent across a distance or substance. They can carry any frequency that is programmed into them, and they can be sent anywhere in the universe instantaneously because they travel at the speed of light. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That was a quote from Nikola Tesla. And we also have another prominent scientist on our side in this, and this is Albert Einstein, and he was absolutely correct when he said the future of medicine will be in the medicine of frequencies. He also stated that everything is energy and that that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. So that's beautiful. So yeah, we've got quite a few prominent people in our corner of this. Every cell and organ in the body has their own distinctive vibrational frequencies. When these frequencies are disrupted, whether by injury, diet, stress, or emotion, it results in a disruption that is often so profound we carry the scars for life. When not addressed, this can bring about fatigue, depression, illness, disease, and even death. Over the past 20 years, these vibrational frequencies have been isolated, identified, and catalogued. So as practitioners, we're not foreign, in the natural health world, we're not foreign, this isn't a foreign concept to us, okay, about these things where if we have this emotional disruption or this, physical disruption, or like we were saying, stress, emotion, whatever it might be, if that doesn't get cleared, then it leads to disease, okay? And that's what the frequencies can help with. All right, let's dive into these 10 ways to add bioresonance to your natural therapies business. The inner voice scan. So this isolates and analyzes over 8,000 frequencies across the 12-note octave in your vocal tone, pitch, and pattern. Identifies emotional imbalances and then creates harmonizing music to balance your emotional state using musical notes, radionics, and other frequencies. This uses the same software as a lie detector to be able to obtain accurate results, and the generated frequency sound healing harmonics are 100% customized to you. So to do this, we actually take a snippet of the voice, so a 15-second voice recording, which some of you may have already experienced with me. We take we create a profile, a client profile, which it's your name, your date of birth, your height, your weight, your email. And then we also do the voice recording. And I have had so many goosebump moments with clients where they've read their report and gone, oh my God, that's exactly what's happening. How does it know that about me? Well, the way it knows it is because of that lie detector software in there. So it's actually so accurate. It actually spits out 4 of these reports with 4 matching frequencies. So you can see here, the note A was out and the supportive note is D sharp. So it explains a little bit about what's going on from a positive and a negative perspective with the note A. And then it actually gives us some chromotherapy here. So that's a color therapy. But where I tend to go, so I look at this low self-esteem versus self-accepting, the heading. So when I'm working with a client, and then I'll come over here and look at these emotions. So guilt, trauma from the past, and self-esteem conflict. They're the top 3 that the scanner has picked up. It also picks up vitals and potential causes. I don't spend a lot of time in there, but I do go to the imbalances and suggestions. So we can see here, this has affected the digestion, the endocrine system, and the reproductive. And it's suggesting things like increased trace minerals. Now that's suggested 3 times. So do you think if you're told something 3 times on a report that you might take some action with that? I believe you would. And so this is why I love this so much, because it provides your clients with a deeper look at their emotions and enables them to take self-responsibility for their own healing with the inner voice scan. It gives your clients a done-for-you home support via sound therapy, and they can do this daily between sessions. Now, this is one scan that I do in all of my appointments. Okay, so I sell it. It is an additional service that I offer, but I do include this in my kinesiology sessions as well. So they always have this to go home with. Okay. Vital scan. It scans the energetic state of your blood biology in over 800 items. It scans the blood in less than 3 minutes. It identifies energetic imbalances such as toxins, hormones, macro, micro minerals, mold, bacteria, parasites, food allergies, sensitivities, heavy metals, and so much more. It can even do MTHFR, which is really, really cool. Scans and then sends you the balancing frequencies to guide the body towards homeostasis, and shows results based on whether the frequencies are in or out of range. So the way I can use this is a standalone product that I offer now as a separate service. Okay. And I charge, I actually do a set of 3 scans. So I do the inner voice, the vitals, and the comprehensive, which is coming. And I also include 3 cephis with that. Now I charge what I charge for a kinesiology session for that. Okay. So whatever it is that you charge for your standard session, it's my long session, my intro session that I charge. So I actually charge 175. I know in different parts of the world, it can be higher or lower than that. But the point is, I can charge that for running these scans, and I do, and many others do. Yeah, and it's a lot less labor intensive for me. So let's just say that. So we get a quick look at what's happening in your client's body to save on costly testing and get to the heart of the issues quickly and easily, and highlight areas that may not have been apparent initially, especially as a practitioner. Give your clients a before and after picture, highlighting the need for lifestyle changes. So you can see here that we have a previous and a current. So all the previous means is that we run the scan, and then the current is after the optimization frequencies are sent. Okay, so we're doing 2 parts to it. This comes up in both the report like this is showing, where it's just in, like the red means out of range and the green means in range, and then post optimization, you can see which things have come back into balance, right? But you can also get it in an enhanced report is what it's called. And so that actually gives you a scale, and it explains a little bit more whether something's chronic or having a under energy effect on the body. So it, like a decreasing function effect is what they call it. So it might be that part of the body's a bit sluggish, or, you know, not performing as well. So if I like to think of it in kinesiology terms, an under and over. So a 1 would be an under energy, and a 9 would be an over energy, if that makes sense. And a 9 can also be acute, and it's more about inflammation. Okay, so it's inflamed, that area. Okay, so you can also do that. When I'm doing a quick view for my clients, I will just show them this. But when I'm actually analyzing the reports, I like to get the extended version so I can actually get a better idea of what's happening in there. Okay. Oh, pet scans. I love this one. I've been working a lot with pets lately. So this is a great addition to your business. So if you're not already working with animals, you can, add your clients' animals in there. and if you haven't already, you can also support them via distance. So if you are working with animals, you're probably surrogating anyway. Similar thing, once you have this animal's profile in your scanner, then you can literally just run a scan and send it to them. Yeah, vitals can be run on dogs, cats, and horses currently. So you can see all of those cool things that I showed you before. Plus, I've just got the picture of the chakras there, but the vitals also does human chakras and meridians as well, just for your information. And the SETI, which we'll get to in a second, the subtle energy frequency imprinter, can also be run on any animal. Okay, so at the moment for the vitals, which goes into all of those different things, it's just horses, dogs, and cats. But it's coming soon where they're going to expand that. And I've sent sheep, kangaroos, chickens, all sorts of different things, cephis as well. So they're the subtle energy frequency imprinter, and we'll get into that in a sec. But you can do up a frequency playlist in that area and send it to any sort of animal. All right, then we have the comprehensive scan. Now, this is amazing because I am not really structurally based in my practice. I'm probably more emotionally, spiritually, that area, I guess, metaphysical in my practice. But this then allows me to be structural, right? If I want to be, because it's similar to an MRI or a CT scan. Scans all of the physical components of the body, including arteries, veins, nerves, organs, lymphatic system, chromosomes, spine, vertebrae, muscles, ligaments, glands, teeth, and so much more. You can then optimize the areas in your body by clicking the button to send those optimizing frequencies to shift those areas back into their optimal state. So I'll just show you here, and this is similar on the vitals as well, where this is the scan, right? So that was that, remember the previous, and then this is the optimize, and that's the current, okay? So we're sending both of those things. And what you can see here is just a snippet, but you can go through and you can tick whatever you need, okay? So, I love to give the example. My son is mad keen into BMX. So he had a crash recently and he came running over to me. My scanner comes everywhere with me. So he came over and he's like, Mum, run a scan for me, see if anything's broken. Like literally, because he'd really hurt his leg and he just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to do any more damage. It was an artery. That was the only thing that stayed in the res. So, buddy, you're fine. It's not a break. It's just, and he was okay, but that gave him the reassurance. And it also then sent him those optimizing frequencies to start the healing process as well. So that was really cool. Same son had an earache. So we went in here and we just selected anything to do with the ears. So nerves in the head, the brain, his ears, his physical ears, I can't remember what else, neck, just in case there was something around that. So I ran that, and then I ran a Cephi, and within 5 minutes, I turned around, we're in the car, and I said, how's it going? He's like, yeah, it's gone. And he was really begrudging back then because he just thought of one of Mum's woo-woo things and didn't work. But when we kept and he's the one that I run a sleep program for every night as well. So he is my frequency kid. The others I do here and there, but he every day he's receiving frequency. He really resonates with them. Okay, you can then optimize the areas in your body by clicking the button. I think I said that. The results come on a 35-page report and show what was scanned with a detailed list of each part of the anatomy and where it falls energetically on a scale of 1 to 9, with 5 being balanced. So that's what I was talking about, the scale before. The other cool thing about this is you can actually go in and see a 3D image and turn it around. So when you see, they give a table report, which I haven't included in this, but you can click on the name of the thing and it will bring up like literally a 3D image that you can spin around, and you can actually zoom in and find where exactly that thing is. And the really cool part is when it comes up red, it's so amazing watching the people's faces. They're like, that's exactly where my pain is. And you're like, yes, yes, it is. It's really, really cool. All right. So, yes. So number 6 for me is a quick look at any problem areas structurally in the body for those tricky issues where you aren't sure what ligament, muscle, gland, bone, or organ might be an issue, or where specificity is important. So often with kinesiology, we'll put something in circuit and we'll, work with that really specific thing, right? Well, this gives you that specificity if you want to work with it in that way. If it not only identifies the issue, you can send healing frequencies to optimize the area as well. Now you can see here, this is sort of one of the images, but, and it is giving that scale there. It's very hard to see because it's so little, but gives you an idea. So you can actually get an image report like this, or you can actually get a table report as well. And that 65 or 35-page report, you can literally click a button and it will email you the report as well. Okay. Or email the client or email both of you. You can put both of you in there, which is really cool. Number 7, the body system scan. So this, as you can see here, you can select 13 different body systems, up to 13 different body systems that may be causing your client issues, and then send optimizing frequencies. It provides a detailed description of each system in the body, potential causes for frequency imbalances, and gives personalized recommendations to improve those frequency statistics. The program finds and optimizes the largest 65 trapped emotions and lists which body system they are stored in and how they are affecting your body. Once again, drawing your client's attention to mind-body connection. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. I had a client that I was supporting who was in COVID. I've actually got one of her testimonials later on, and she, I sent her, I did the body systems as well as the vitals, a comprehensive, but for her, I just ran the respiratory because that was what was going on for her. She was having respiratory issues. So, you know, I tend to use it as a bit of a support thing to the other scans. Some people love this just as standalone product and will just charge for that. And it's amazing because you do get this really cool report with it as well. And again, email, you can just click a button and it will email to the person. This can be a little bit heavy going because there's a lot of information in here. So again, it breaks down into the body, the vitals, the causes, and the emotional issues, which is great, right? From a kinesiology perspective, because we're already used to, you know, working with structural, right? Structural, chemical, causes, so underlying things, and emotions, right? So yeah, it's really, really cool. And again, this gives the suggestions of what you can be doing. So here it says stay well hydrated, daily cardio, try yoga, all of that sort of stuff. So the person, your client, can take a bit of self-responsibility once again. This is my favorite part of all. It's the one that I use. Well, I use it every day. I use a lot of them every day. It's all good. But this is something I probably use more than every other scan. It's called the Subtle Energy Frequency Imprinter. It's a powerhouse. It uses scalar wave technology to broadcast frequencies to anyone around the world. You can also upload your pets and spaces. You can imprint items such as sugar pillules, jewelry, Cephi dots, juice, and water. This is a Cephi dot that I've got on me at the moment. And you can basically, it's a wearable, so you can imprint frequencies into that. So I'll give you an example. My Cephi dot gets erased every morning and re-imprinted with whatever I feel I need for the day. But at night it gets erased again, and I put my sleep program in there. Okay, to help me sleep, because I'm a shocking sleeper. So in my sleep program, I have things like digestion. I have mag phos, because that's a mineral that I never remember to take, but I receive it by frequencies. I can't even remember what else I have in there, depending on what's going on for me. So sometimes I have thyroid in there, I'll have sleep well, I'll have, all of these things in there, and that helps me with my sleep. There are thousands of Cephis to choose from, including abundance, sleep well, anxiety, pain-free, self-confidence, sports enhancement, immune support. There are frequencies to help with cancer, diabetes, COVID. There are detoxes for Lyme, metals, viruses, parasites. You name it, it's there. Bark flowers, which you can actually scan your body. So you can actually put a target in and you can scan and see which bark flower you need. So I'm supporting a dog at the moment, and that's what we're doing. Every day I'm adding a different bark flower to her Cephi, and I'm sending her a Cephi every single day. So I have a product that I sell to people, a service, which is a daily Cephi for a week. And so she's receiving that at the moment, which is super cool as well. We've got chakras, homeopathic remedies, and more. So you can make a custom playlist, as you can see here. And you can add up to 15 of these types of frequencies to it to support you. And then these are all the different categories that have so much in it. And oh my gosh, the homeopathics, you can actually search by symptom now. It's a game changer. I love homeopathics. My body really responds well to homeopathics, but I've never known which ones really to use. I use muscle testing, of course, but as you know, sometimes you can be too much in the moment. This will actually scan you. So you find out by symptom what it is. It will then scan your body to tell you which homeopathic, which top 3, it orders them. And so there might be 10 in the list, but it'll tell you the ones that are the best ones for you in the moment, which is super cool. And it's, oh my gosh, it's been a game changer for me. Subtle energy frequency imprinter. Okay, so number 8, choose specific frequency playlists for your clients to support them via distance to further enhance the results that they are seeing with you with a click of the button. And then add extra revenue by imprinting homeopathic pilules, essences, or Cephi dots that they can use post-appointment to help assist them in between sessions and easily work with homeopathics in your clinic through the Cephi. So you can add, these things in there. And I do. Often if things come up for a client, I will imprint them into either Cephi dots and I on-sell those as well. So it becomes another income stream. Additional benefits, self-care. I am not a consistent person. I will put my hand up to that. So this has been a game changer for me because with this, I scan myself daily. It has a function called the Easy Scan, and that tells me what vitamins I need, what minerals I need, what homeopathics I need for the day. It then tells me what foods to avoid, and it gives me a condensed list. So all of those things that you saw before, it only shows me the things that are most out of alignment, okay, and that haven't shifted back into alignment with the frequency. So I'm not being overwhelmed with too much information every day. I don't have to go through a big long report on all of the things. It condenses it and it shows me every day. It's also brilliant for my family. So if I don't often run a scan every day for my kids, but if someone's sick, they get a scan every day. They listen to their balancing harmonics, and then we send them Cephis as well. And you know what? It's been so beautiful for my family because I am like the plumber who never gets to plumb his own house. I'm the healer who doesn't get to heal her own, let alone herself, right? Because I am so busy that I often just don't get a chance. So even today I said to myself, oh my gosh, we were meant to do a session for you because I'm doing kinesiology for him. And I'm like, you didn't remind me. And he's like, no, I forgot. And so, it just doesn't happen as much as I would like it to. But with this, they can go and grab it and do it for themselves. That's how easy it is. It's an additional income stream, versatility to your existing business, and a supportive way to learn even more about the human body and the quantum realm. Not only a supportive way, it's actually a really cheap way as well because they provide all of the training and you can go looking. So much free training available, which is really, really cool. Okay. So I just wanted to show you a few things. These are more in the self-care realm rather than what you would do for clients, but there's a quick scan. So you can identify supplements, homeopathic remedies, or detoxes, which are most resonance with you in that moment. And you can use this section all throughout the day. You can jumpstart your day. So there's energetic aura builder. So you can actually cleanse and shield in between clients, which is very, very cool. And it works really well. You can also send that to spaces as well. So if you're healing in a space, you can actually cleanse and shield it, which is really cool. I have daily boosts. So these are these little ones. They're like a 3-minute little thing that they sing. And there's an evening wind down in there too to calm you down before you go to sleep. This is the supplements. So you can add in your supplements, essential oils, crystals, homeopathics, vitamins, and more. It categorizes and stores the frequency within your scanner. So you actually, you scan it, right? And then it stores that, and then when you do your scan, it tells you what you're in what you need, where you're out of alignment, and what you need for the day. So this is a money saver because you're not actually meant to take supplements all day, every day, right? So isn't it amazing? You can have something that tells you what you actually need in the moment. And again, with consistency, I have a cupboard full, actually several cupboards full of different supplements I've tried over the years. I've added them all in, and now I'm getting to use them. So the other day, MSM came up and vitamin E. I haven't taken either of those things in donkeys. And I'm like, great, excellent. Obviously, I need them today. So thanks for that. It's really cool. All right. So here's some options if you want to explore the device further. You can book a set of scans with me, or you can save money and join as a preferred customer. You can purchase the device. So that's this one, which is the phone device. It looks just like a phone. It has been optimized for the frequencies. It's $495 US. And it is a subscription of $149 US monthly. Okay, and you might go a little bit with that price, but if you can put that into perspective, I've just told you that I charge $175 for a scan. So it means 1.5 clients and my scanner is paid for. Now, I would 100% pay that money, even if it was just for my own self-care and my family's. I say it's the cheapest cheapest health insurance I've ever had. Okay, because that's what it is for us. It's very rare that we have to go to the doctor. The only time we go to the doctor is when there's been an emergency because the kids have done something at the skate park or, that type of thing, or they need a little surgery here or there or whatever, we are not at the doctors. We are a healthy, healthy family. And a lot of it's due to the scanner. Absolutely. The other way you can join is the Quantum Healing Advocate, so a QLA. And the only difference here is that it's an extra $49 per year. So it's just a one-off payment for the year. And that's if you choose to share this. So if you are a bit of a networker and you like to share things like I do, I'm a bit of a chronic sharer when I like things, right? When things resonate with me. And basically the company is extremely, what would you say, generous. So if you have people on a subscription, they pay you $50 per person per month. So it only takes 3 people. So if you're connected, you're a practitioner, you've got other connections, you're out and schmoozing, or people who have a real focus on their health and would love this type of thing, like I say, as their personal healthcare. You only need to find 3 people, and then essentially your subscription is paid for. They also will pay you commission if you buy a device as well. Okay, and they're very generous with that. I'm actually offering a 24-hour special promo at the moment where I'm going to waive that $49 fee. So if you wanted to join just as a preferred customer, and then after a while you decide that you love it and you want to share it, then I would already have signed you up as a QLA. And if you do want to jump in and be a QLA straight up, then that $49 is paid for. Okay, so that's just for the next 24 hours. So that will finish, where are we? We are on the 15th of February, so that will finish 16th of February, 2023, just in case you're watching this. Teamwork makes the dream work. So you'll get a lot of free team training when you join our team. Solex University provides, so Solex is the company, and it provides a university, and there's free training in that. Customer service is amazing. Plus you have many support groups on Facebook. We have a Facebook messenger chat. We also, if you are, keen to do the business side of things, you can have 2 coaching sessions with me as part of our team. And we have also created duplicatable systems, and we do a team accountability call every week as well if you want to, really jumpstart and, dive into making a business out of this. So there's some of the points for that. Reasons why I do this. I added this in because I think it's important to understand where I was coming from and where you might be coming from. And these were some of the reasons, and I've also spoken to some of my team members, and these were kind of big key points when we came across this and why we were even looking for something in the first place. But there's been a bit of practitioner burnout, particularly over the last couple of years, right? With the stress of not knowing whether we could see clients one-on-one again, whether our livelihoods are going to be completely taken away from us. Some of us have had that more than others. But this was a tool that doesn't require my personal energy output, and it actually helps me avoid burnout. So it supports me. So as I was saying before, it's my private health cover, right? It's providing me with an extra income and an extra stream to my business. It's a pandemic disaster-proof business alternative. If lockdowns ever occur again, we can do all of this via distance, okay? I know that kinesiology can be done via distance. I don't love doing it via distance. I love seeing people in person for kinesiology. It's a lot less of my energy if they come to me in person. When I'm doing online, I feel like I expend more energy because I have to explain things and educate a lot more than what I do if I'm in person. So I love doing this via distance because it's built for it. I can pop them on a Zoom. We can have a look at it online. I can show them what's happening. I can educate them as we go. And it's really not hard at all from my perspective. It's given me an additional income stream that is in alignment and is energetically supportive versus draining. It's an exceptional resource also. So just telling you all about that homeopathics, which we can imprint, even the flower essences, all of those things, it's all there and the government can't take it away. So when you're looking at things like they're restricting vitamins and minerals, haven't started here yet, but we know what's happening around the world. And they're talking about annihilating homeopathics as well. So I know a lot of homeopaths are worried at the moment. This tool, they can't take away from us. Okay, it's a software. Okay, and it's a little handheld device. They cannot take that away from us. So we can still support people with that and ourselves and our families, even if they start to get rid of some of this other stuff. And then, of course, community. I've worked on my own for a very long time. I've been in and out of clinics and things, but even when you're working in a clinic, you're not really, I don't know, you're not necessarily part of a team. You kind of are, but you still working on your own. There is a massive community in this, and it's given me a way in which I can actually work with like-minded practitioners. I can help coach them. I can actually work closely with these people who are just amazing beings, but I wouldn't necessarily have access to them in this kind of capacity if I wasn't doing this business. And it also, so I've shared this a lot with my students, and it gives me a way to keep in touch with them because I love my students. And when they leave, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm going to miss you. And so it kind of provided that for me. I also love the coaching space. So that's I love teaching, I love coaching. So this has given me an opportunity to be that to people and then help support them in creating another income for themselves as well. So I just wanted to share those little reasons there too. This is our disclaimer. The AO Scan Mobile is not a medical device, and it is not used to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases, and it's solely for the purpose of educational use. Okay, so we just need to have that little disclaimer. Okay, and here's some testimonials. So thank you, Paige and Solex. I have recently come off my HRT after about 12 years. After a few days, my hot flushes started again and with a vengeance. Paige suggested imprinting the hot flushes frequency into some Cepheid dots, and I had immediate relief. I now only get the occasional hot flush. I don't know what you've done, but those Cephis worked instantly. I'm shocked. She's a completely different dog. She's eating a bone and jumped up on me and is even playing with the other dogs here again. How often can we run these to maintain this? So that little puppy was, just completely depressed, hiding underneath the van, wouldn't come near her owners. They were really, really worried about her, and they were traveling, so they didn't know a vet. They didn't really want to have to take her to a vet. And that was literally just after one Cephi. So that was really interesting. I'm feeling quite good, thank you. Also, I didn't have any issues after the last session. Got my blood results today and it matches the scan, let's say 95%. Pretty impressive. Now, this was a client of mine who is studying medicine in Germany. And so I found that really funny that she should say that about the blood results. And I have heard that a lot from people who've had recent blood tests. And then when they get the scan, they're like, oh my gosh, it's like matches it. And when she said 95%, I had a bit of a joke with her and went back to her because bloods are not 100% accurate anyway, right? So I said, do you think that 5% is the scanner error or blood's error? And she was like, ooh, that's a really good point because bloods are not 95, they're not 100% anyway. So yeah, we had a bit of a giggle. All right, so this one says, thank you for the super informative and detailed inner voice report. I've been on a path of self-discovery recently, and the information provided helped clarify and crystallize some of what I've been experiencing. The process only took a few minutes, if that, to complete, and the report you sent along detailed the findings. For me, the suggestions section report was most helpful because I was given ways to improve these areas. Listening to the frequencies on a daily basis is relaxing and soothing, and along with a regular meditation practice, has helped bring about a deeper sense of ease and flow. Thank you for your support. Wow, I love this so much. I play piano by ear. Which I don't know what that's meant to say, but it says scouts, tell which notes were coming next. So I could tell maybe which notes were coming next. This is so next level, so grateful to you. Oh my God, my headache is gone. Like seriously, 4 days, throbbing headache gone. Thank you. You don't understand how much I thank you. Only now down one side of my neck is aching, nothing compared to the headache that was there. This thing is amazing. Thank you. I was so grateful for the first day. I was worried I'd be feeling the effects of COVID for weeks on end because of how unwell I felt. And now I feel like I'm back to myself. I need to come to the next information session you do. Thank you so much. So that was my COVID lady that I said, where I ran all of the scans and a Cephi and that body system scan as well. It's gone. I felt so terrible yesterday, Arvo, and this morning I feel 100% now. Wrist is so much better too. You are amazing. I love the recordings you sent. I could listen to them all day. Those are to help the inner voice, question mark. Okay, another one. Morning, doing well. Day 3 post-jab, couldn't lift my arm at all first day. That night I ran a pain scan and could lift it immediately. Next day felt much better, still slightly sore, feeling well and energized. Have been running immunization scans, immunity and pain. Paige, I have been to 2 bioresonance practitioners before, and honestly, you blew me away, and I have never received any information to be able to read my results. That's huge. Yeah, so that was one of my beautiful clients, and yeah, that was pretty cool. There's a lot of food sensitivities and different things, so she really took her report away and connected all the dots, and yeah, it was very cool. She kept coming back to me over a few days. Actually, she's like, oh my gosh, and I picked up this, and now I've changed this, and now I can sleep on my back, and yeah, she was very cool. It was awesome. I have suffered with chronic pain since I was 13 and I'm now 51. The scanner has been such an amazing help for my day-to-day life. I can cope instead of having to reach for narcotic pain meds and eat them like they're Smarties. This is another one about the homeopathics. So I've been running the palliative care elderly homeopathics for my mother-in-law who has been struggling to move all day. She sat up not long after I started running them and asked to come out and have dinner with us all. Something definitely shifted in her. She could barely speak all day, let alone breathe. She's just spent an hour out interacting with her family. So freaking appreciative of this technology. Yeah, that was pretty profound, that one. Hi, team. My daughter has had a severe tick in her right arm/shoulder for 2 years. I used this last night and it has stopped. Hi, Paige. Thank you for showing me the homeopathics on the AO scanner. By lunchtime yesterday, I couldn't breathe from my nose. My face was swelling up, and I knew straight away it was a sinus infection. My head was nearly splitting in two. I looked at the homeopathics and decided to run the penicillin. By 8 p.m. last night, my headache was gone. I've been running it ever since, and my sinuses are clearing up. No puffiness, no pain. So they're just a few examples. I can go into so many more. My gosh, for my family alone, there's been things like what actually sold me on this scanner was when I very first got it. My son was rolling around on the ground. He's 12, so he's not really a drama kid, but he was rolling around and like screaming in pain. He's like, oh, my stomach, my stomach, my stomach, literally really loud. I was like, grab the scanner. And the first frequency that pops up in the like symptoms kind of ones was abdominal pain. So I literally went, that'll do, abdominal pain. And no word of a lie, it was less than 30 seconds. He got up off the floor and walked out of the room and went, hello. And he's like, he didn't know I was running it. He's like, oh, it's gone. It's just... And then I also put it out to my networks because we were in a lockdown when I first got it. And I reckon I had about 60 people come back to me. I was really silly. I just said, who wants a free scan? And I literally sat in front of my computer all day running scans, and I felt quite sick afterwards because there is residual that comes off it, which I didn't realize. I was like, whoa. Anyway, and so many people after that were like, oh my gosh, this went away. Oh my gosh, it matches my blood so well. It's, this, that, and the other. Like, it was just, I just received so many messages back. It was the best thing I could have ever done because it just built my confidence overnight in it, literally overnight in it. And because at that stage I didn't really know, right? It was new to me, and that's why I did it. And so I have got story after story after story. Not all of them obviously send me testimonials, but it's just freaky. It's really amazing. So anyway, nothing beats experience. If you want to experience this for yourself, connect with me to schedule an introductory scan, or you can get more information on how to join our team, but just contact me at Paige Kinesiology. If you want to take advantage of that special that I'm offering, please get in touch with me in the next 24 hours. And if you're listening to the recording, I'll extend that a little bit for you. So make sure you get in touch if you are keen. And what else was I going to say? Oh, and also I am doing the free inner voice. So if you're watching this, reach out to me at Paige Kinesiology, and either on Facebook, Insta, or wherever you found me. And you can, we'll run that free inner voice for you. I'll just have to send you through what I need to set up your profile, and I just need a 15-second voice recording, and we'll get that sorted for you. Thank you so much for your time this evening or today or whenever you're listening to this. And I will